He is risen. Happy Easter Monday. You are watching Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Aina Raiza Cuello. This beautiful Monday morning where we're celebrating, of course, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I cannot complain. It's a beautiful holiday. I mean, we've been off since Friday. We are well rested. And yeah, we've spent time with our families. We went to church. It's just a very beautiful time. I mean, to be alive.
What does Easter mean to you?
I mean, Easter for me just means renewed hope. Since Jesus has risen, it means that also with us, perhaps there's a sense of renewed hope. There's a sense of, a fresh beginning. And I think we should all step into that.
Yeah, I think so. I think for me, it's just a reminder of God's plan. Because again, you find that there are some people that struggle with their faith that would ask, okay, why would God allow certain things to happen? But then I always say it's all part of God's plan, just the same way I don't believe in coincidences. I think God does everything exactly the way, like everything unfolds exactly the way God intended for it to unfold. So honestly speaking, I think for me, Easter is just a reminder of God's faithfulness to us. The fact that he sent his only begotten son to die for us. That is just, I don't know. I couldn't think of a greater love than that.
I was just about to say that there is no greater love that we will ever experience than somebody actually laying their lives down for you.
For us, exactly. But yeah, we are hoping you are celebrating with your families. We're hoping the Easter weekend was an amazing one and you got to really sit back and take a look, do some introspection on what Easter really means, what Easter really is, and hopefully that also renewed your faith in Jesus Christ and of course in our Lord and Savior.
And on that note, we will be taking a look at some very interesting stories involving or regarding rather Easter eggs after the break. Stay with us.
Attention kids, we have some exciting news for you. We are back and this year we are planning on going big. So listen up. If you are in grade 3, grade 2, grade 1 or pre-primary, we are bringing your free school workbooks to you soon. This is all you need to know about where you can find your books. Books will be available for free in Republican Street Sale newspapers and all Namibian Sun newspapers. And for all pre-primary kids out there, your books will be delivered to your school in all 14 regions of Namibia. And there's more. Pre-primary books will also be printed in 9 different languages. Check out when your book will be available from the schedule right here. That's not all. Our free online school is there to help you along the way with video lessons and more books to download. You can also follow along on NTV every Monday to Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 for your daily online school lesson. We thank all our sponsors who are helping to build a brighter future for Namibia. Contact us at info@acdtrust.com and follow us on Instagram.
So we're always talking about why working out is important and why you should work out. We love working out here and Smell the Coffee. Now, Uganda civil servants have been told to exercise weekly. The Ugandan government has instructed all civil servants to spend 2 hours a week doing exercise to keep them fit and healthy. The directive was shared in a letter to government agencies from the head of public service, Lucy Nakyobe, who said the sessions would help save the lives of staff and reduce the disease burden. The government of Uganda also tweeted that the initiative will tame the rising burden of lifestyle disease in the country. It comes 2 years after a national health survey showed obesity rates in the country had risen from 17% to 26% in the last 17 years. This is not the first time Uganda's government has introduced initiatives to encourage exercise. In 2018, Uganda brought in the National Day for Physical Activity, which sees sporting activities held across the country. Dr. Charles Oyu Akia, the Commissioner for Non-Communicable Diseases Prevention, told local media that the ministry had already been running exercise sessions for their staff and they wanted to see it adopted across all departments. I think it's a good initiative.
Yeah.
But imagine the country being so unfit that the government has to issue a directive to say,
Please work out.
work out, exercise.
I mean, it's good to always encourage the masses on the ground, especially when that encouragement comes from top management. I think we tend to listen to the voices that are above us.
Yes. And again, remember, was it a few months ago, we did a story of that Chinese company that was giving out money depending on how long you ran. Yeah, like they were saying that if you ran, like I think was it 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, like there were different prices and incentives for those that could run and probably even outrun the boss. So like most of the time people are like, yeah, you need to do this. The high ups, like you need to do this, but they don't do it.
Yeah.
That guy was actually also very active in that. He would participate with his employees.
That's
and all of
nice.
that. It's like, if I can do it, so can you.
Yeah.
And I think also the older we get, the more crucial it is that we exercise.
To become fit, yeah.
Yeah, I was on a call with my mom the other day and she was so proud because I got her to start jumping rope like last year already. And then so she called me, she's like, Dana, I started doing planks. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, okay, girl. And she's so happy. She's like, yeah, because now I can hold a plank for 45 seconds. So I do like 5 planks for 45 seconds. I'm like,
Wow.
big purr.
A big energy.
Big energy. And so now she's trying to recruit everyone.
Love.
She's getting my cousins. She's like, you guys are just there getting fat. I'm here working out. You're going to see me in my bikini this summer. And I'm like, okay. So she's decided to start a challenge. She's like, so I'm telling everyone to join my challenge. I'm like, okay, fitfluencer, I guess.
All right, moving over to our next story. Outrage Cadbury fans accuse company of erasing Easter eggs after sporting a name change. Shoppers were invited to buy Cadbury's gesture eggs instead of Easter ones, and the change has not gone down well with their followers. Many agree that there is nothing quite like the taste of a chocolate in an Easter egg. There's just something different about it, even though it's made from the same ingredients as different shaped bars from the same brand. Although one of the leading confectionery companies hasn't meddled with the shape or taste of the famous and much loved Easter eggs, they have altered the name on the advertising board in a local shop, and the change has not gone down well with those who believe in the religious meaning behind Easter or chocolate fans. A poster outside an independently run discount store shop in Spalding was offering a 2 for £10 deal on Cadbury gesture egg rather than Easter egg. Although the owner of Cadbury said it had no involvement in the promotion or its wording, it has drawn widespread criticism. Head of public policy at Christian Concern Tim Dipper revealed why he was confused that they had decided to remove the word Easter. Without the message of Easter, there would be no reason for Easter eggs. One wonders why Cadbury would want to erase the connection between Easter and eggs. If people stop celebrating Easter, they might as well stop buying Easter eggs. He went online to explain the religious connection and the importance of an egg at this time of the year. Easter eggs symbolize the resurrection. Just as Jesus rose again from the tomb, new life emerges from eggshells, he said. They also symbolize the new life that we can have through the forgiveness that Jesus obtained for us on the cross, enabling us to be born again.
I feel like some of these explanations we just came up with by ourselves just to justify. Because I remember for a while I kept asking, what is the resemblance of Easter eggs? Like, why do we need Easter eggs? But it just became a tradition as kids, number one. Number two, people in the UK will complain about anything. Remember last week when you reported about the 4 sausages going down to 3? They will complain
now
about
it's come called
everything.
gesture eggs. Why gesture though?
Yeah, but why gesture though? It's giving Antichrist.
Why did they rename the eggs? If it's Easter, it's Easter.
Yeah,
we buy
let
them
be
for
Easter eggs. We've known them as Easter eggs our
yeah.
whole lives.
I wouldn't buy gesture eggs
Yeah,
in
because what
the
even is
Easter
a gesture
period.
egg?
Like,
What does
this
it
is
do?
our time for us Christians.
And if it's exactly the same thing, why change the name?
Particularly during the Easter season.
Like,
does not make
I don't
sure.
understand. Oh, but you've just reminded me. I need to go get myself an Easter egg.
Yeah, so delicious.
So delish. I remember back then they had this. It was Cadbury again. It was a filled Easter egg, where it's just this huge chocolate egg. It's a hollowed out egg, and they put goodies and treats inside. So you get like bubble gum, you'd get sweets, you get. I always used to look forward to that. So I would buy the Easter egg not to eat the chocolate because I'm not really a big fan of chocolate, but for what was inside, and that was like my favorite thing ever. So I think I also want to pass down the tradition to my daughter.
Do that. I think it's good to have family traditions,
Yeah.
and we should not shy away from the traditions that we grew up in. We should rather pass them on to our children so that they can pass them on to their children and their children's children.
Yeah. And also the Easter egg hunts. Oh, Easter egg hunts were just so amazing. I just wish we had like a let's do an Easter egg hunt, just us.
Let's do it.
As adults. So that we can just release our inner child, man. Like, I don't know. It would be so nice. Let's do that. Let's do that. But anyway, that does bring us to the end of our Tall Stories. But after the break, we get into our guest segment. Stay tuned.
Continuing international sports news with
Join us in celebrating Namibia's diverse heritage as we approach the 34th Independence Day. Namibia Media Hub and Capricorn Group of Companies present a unique celebration this year, emphasizing positivity and patriotism. Share your sentiments about our country, focusing on peace and stability. NMH's newspapers will showcase selected positive messages in the lead up to Independence Day, forming a vibrant mosaic of national pride. The 10 most uplifting messages will each win a cash prize of 1,000 Namibian dollars. Send your message easily by scanning the QR code or WhatsApp #Unite Namibia to 085 785 6231. #Unite Namibia 34.
The club also need to look for a new coach, as it is Jurgen Klopp that announced that he will only coach the Liverpool team till the end of the current season. Also, club news from Arsenal is that defender Takehiro Tomiyasu he signed a new 2-year deal, and that is until the end of the
I am joined by one of Dr. Anulita's students, that is Beata. How are you today, Beata?
I am fine. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for allowing me to have this conversation. So tell me, how long have you been attending Dr. Anulita's class?
Well, for about 2 years now, since she started her inception here at the High Commission.
Wow.
Yes.
And what is it that led to you taking interest in the art form of yoga?
Well, I first started at the embassy when they introduced the yoga in 2016. That's when I started here, because I needed to get my mind right, and I was going through life. And initially when I started, it wasn't just about the asanas. For me, I personally just wanted to silence my mind and just to collect myself. So when I started, it was just let me mind, let me close my mind, let me calm down. And then as the years went on, then I started to focus on my asanas and improving my yoga journey.
And what impacts has it, or what type of impact has it had on your personal life?
Personally, it has impacted me in a positive way, in a way so that I can appreciate myself more instead of looking down on myself and talking down on myself. Like, I can appreciate the small things about myself. And then mentally also, just to be aware of my surrounding, my mind, the way I speak to people, the way I interact with people. So it has been really an impactful journey for me so far.
What advice would you give to somebody that, like you said, was struggling the same way you did back in 2016?
So when I started in 2016, I was a little hesitant. So I always told myself the first step to doing anything is just show up. Show up whether you have a direction or not. Just show up and go with the flow. It's not about, oh, I'm not mentally prepared. It's like you will never be prepared for anything in life. So your first step is always just to show up and keep showing up and keep showing up presently and keep showing up consistently.
Thank you so much, Beata. I'll
Thank you so
definitely
much.
be sure to take that advice in my own life and continue showing
I
up.
hope to see you in more of our yoga classes.
I will show up.
Thank you so much.
I'm now joined by another student, Julianne. Julianne, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Jemima?
I'm very well, thank you. How long have you been attending Dr. Anurita's class?
Well, Dr. Anurita's classes I started attending in October last year. So we started doing the yoga teachers course, and so far it's been quite amazing.
No?
Yeah.
And what are some of the benefits of yoga that you've begun seeing in your own life? The fruit that it has brought into your life?
Peace of mind, a lot of peace of mind, and I can definitely say feeling safe, especially within myself and within my own skin. Something that Dr. Anurita has taught me is, like, now that we're adults, many of the times we will react out of anger or fear, and it's because we don't feel safe. So with yoga, I've learned how to trust myself and how to love myself more. So in that sense, I could reparent myself by saying, you're safe now, it's okay, you can stand up for yourself, and the amount of self-love that has come with it is just absolutely out of this world.
Do you feel as though it has also expanded your creative facets? Because
Oh,
I understand that you're
definitely.
also a dancer.
Definitely. I used to do ballet at the National Ballet School. So when I started here at the High Commission of India, they had their Independence Day coming up, and then they asked me and another yoga student, Nali, to do a performance. So yeah, like in that, like I said, in the sense of feeling comfortable in my own skin and more confident in my abilities, I was like, let me try it. It's a different culture, different dance. So it has definitely shown me that I can accomplish anything, and that event went quite well. So besides that, it's opened a lot of other creative factors as well, and just given me that confidence boost that I needed.
I'm glad to hear. And in terms of safety, how does it feel having a community of people that you can feel safe with, you know, every day at 5?
Oh, it's very welcoming because it's a no judgment zone. Everyone's friendly and we're all here to help each other, and you kind of just realize the amount of love there is, the amount of love we share for each other, the laughs, the stressful moments, and it's like when you accomplish a certain posture, you're like, yes, I've got it. So we're all happy for each other in that sense.
And you have somebody to share in that joy with.
Exactly. And
Thank you so much for your time, Julianne.
thank you.
I'm joined by Nali, a student of Dr. Anurita's here at the Indian High Commission, where they have yoga classes. Now, Nali, how long have you been attending these yoga classes?
Well, ever since Dr. Anurita got here, which was 2022, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been attending class ever since then.
And how do you think it has affected your well-being in terms of you know, balancing your life and balancing your asanas and your chakras? And
Well, honestly, it is a battle, but it's something that you learn and work through. But it's only for the positive. So the mind and the body, some way, somehow, they need to be able to work together. And for me, yoga is that.
And how has it affected other parts of your life, being able to get your mind and your body to sort of dance this dance of synchronicity and understanding?
Well, clarity. First, it comes with clarity. The dance was a beautiful experience. Again, something totally different. It's a different culture, it's different background, but it was fun. And the fact that with yoga, you also get to share that knowledge, not only within the people that you already know, but to others as well. Yeah.
And how has it affected your spiritual well-being?
Well, I am more in touch with myself, to say. I am grounded because of yoga, and I love that. I love that I get to share this experience. I have done the teacher's course, and I am a teacher now.
Oh!
Yeah. So we have personally, I have a little community that we teach, and that is all thank you to Dr. Anurita, because I mean, if she hadn't taught me what I know today, then I don't think I would have been able to take that step.
I was just about to ask you, when can we attend the first class?
Please, you can attend the first class any day, Mondays and Thursdays.
And is it also here?
No, this would be at the Village Garden.
Oh, lovely. There you have it. So there are many avenues for people who are looking to get into yoga, people looking to just get their minds to be a little bit more quiet and a little bit more obedient, to just connect and be taught.
And be taught, yes.
Thank you so much, Nali. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you so much for teaching.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhcom.na.
Thank you so much for spending your Easter Monday with us on Smile the Coffee. We do hope you enjoyed the Easter weekend just as much as we did. From Diana Master and Aina Raiza-Kweyo, we do hope you have a lovely rest of the Monday. Until tomorrow, bye.